Back in October last year, I took delivery of my latest long-term test car, this 3-door Peugeot 208. Now, I loved the look of the car when it first arrived, and 6 months down, I still think it's a great-looking little car, inside and out. And I think the 3-door is actually better looking than the 5-door, so I'm very happy with my choice. It's little details like this chrome bit on the side here that just makes it a little bit more attractive than the 5-door in my view. I went for an Allure model, which is the higher of the two mid-range models, which comes with actually quite a decent amount of kit. It comes with sports seats, cruise control, dual zone air conditioning and automatic lights and wipers. Despite this though, I was tempted by a couple of extras. One of the extras was this virtual blue paint job, which actually turned out when it arrived to have a little bit of a purple tinge to it, which wasn't how it looked like on the website, but it's still good looking nonetheless. I do a lot of urban driving, so the other things I went for were to make this a little bit easier. I went for £340 worth of rear parking sensors and folding mirrors at £100, which didn't seem too expensive. This sat-nav system was hard to resist as well. Now, the 208 gets a touchscreen as standard, but for an extra £400, I was able to upgrade to a navigation. It's been a bit of a mixed blessing to use. Once you've got the destination plumbed in, it's clear in its directions, but it's quite a faff to get it in there in the first place. It's just not set out how you'd expect either. You've got to press buttons several times to get what you want up there, and it's just not very easy to use on the move. Now, about a month after the car arrived, I started getting a GPS error message up on the screen. Now, I took it into Peugeot and they all sorted it out under warranty, but it took a bit of time to do so. They gave it a software update, that didn't work, and they ended up having to replace the whole screen. It's just as well it was covered by warranty, as the bill said it would have cost me £800. But thankfully, it's all sorted now and no problems. Now, my commute is pretty much all around town. It's about 15 miles of stop-start traffic, but I do go on the occasional longer run at the weekend, so the 1.2 litre petrol engine made the best sense out of the whole of the 208's range. It promises around 62 miles per gallon on paper, but it's been falling some way short of that so far. At the beginning, it was doing about 40-41 miles per gallon, but it's crept up slowly in the last few weeks, and I'm getting about 40-45 miles per gallon as I've done a few more motorway runs and the engine's just loosened up a little bit over time. It's on some of these longer motorway runs I think the 208's actually happiest. At low speeds, this 3-cylinder engine can be a bit noisy and a bit thrummy, but you get it up to 50-60 miles an hour and it settles down quite nicely. One of the worst things about the 208 around town though is the clutch. It's got a really high biting point, which means it's hard to judge exactly where it kicks in. You can end up bunny hopping down the road. It gets a bit easier with practice, but it doesn't make for a very relaxing commute first thing in the morning. I've got another few months left with the 208, but I'll be writing about it every week at whatcar.com, so keep up to date with it there.